It's in the game.
Welcome back, college football fans. In our journey to the new NCAA football game coming out, we decided to go back and check out every single NCAA football game that made this series great. Today, we're on NCAA Football 2003. We're going to be checking out the new things that this game brought to the series and giving it a short little review, so let's dive in. This game would feature cover athlete Joey Harrington from the Oregon Ducks on the cover. This would also be the first game available for Xbox players instead of just the PlayStation. Now right off the bat, the menu looks fairly the same as 2002, but in-game is where we'd see a lot of the changes. This would be the first NCAA football game where you could play a mascot game, suiting up the mascots on the gridiron.
Lincoln, Nebraska, named after the famous U.S. president, will become a battleground when these two teams clash.
This game would feature a step up in pre-game animations. They'd show the players getting out there and stretching and coming onto the field. One of the other cool things that I believe should be in the new NCAA football game is availability for the home team to boo. Now you can hear the booing when the enemy team comes out into the stadium. This brings me to another point that'd be cool to add to the new NCAA football game. With Brad Nessler, Lee Corso, and Kurt Herbstreit calling these games, I'd like to hear some of Lee Corso picking up on some games here and there throughout the new NCAA football. And it'd be cool if they kind of did it where it'd switch what station was broadcasting it, where you'd have ESPN one game and CBS the next. But that's another thing that's cool about this game is they actually do pregame predictions where each commentator will break down the game and pick out some of the best athletes to talk about and give you their prediction on who's going to win. That's just kind of a cool element to the game, you know, it gets you ready to go, and that's something they removed from the newer NCAA football games. So let's get to new in-game features. A couple of things they would add that would really stand out is a lot better tackling. It felt a lot better when you're running up to a guy to make a tackle or to be able to shed that tackle. And that's one thing cool that they seem to update the engine on this game, making it feel a lot more realistic. Along with being able to juke and shed tackles now, this would be the first game that you're able to pump the crowd up on defense. Now on offense, you'd also see a lot cooler things, including the first time you'd see high snaps in the football game. Now this would happen just by chance. If you're on the road or playing in bad conditions, you'd get a high snap where the quarterback would have to jump for the ball. This is something that I think needs to be put back in the game just to add more of that real factor. Along with that, you'd also for the first time be able to flip plays where if you're wanting to run it right or left, you could just swap the play back and forth. EA Sports would strongly improve the catch animations in this game, making it look a lot cleaner as you went up to grab one out of the air. And as you were going up to catch that ball, they'd give you the option to be on one foot, making it look a lot cooler and realistic, along with one-handed picks and one-handed catches. That brings me to another point this game did, is it seemed like it was a lot easier to throw interceptions in this game. We're trying to read the defense, you'd think you could throw it over their head, but they'd hop up and pick it right out of the air. A couple other small things you'd notice in this game, when it was cold outside, you'd see the player's breath, which is just cool added realism. Another thing you'd see is improved jerseys. They'd update the detail, making them look a lot more realistic on the player. Another cool thing I seen in this game that I haven't seen yet was fraternity signs in the stadium. It'd just be kind of cool, just added detail, just showing off their chapter and being able to support them in game. This game would feature a lot of FCS schools, including Grambling State and Harvard, and a lot of them other small ones that just slowly got removed from NCAA over the years. But anyways, that about does it for NCAA 2003. This game's seen a lot of updates and just small details that help it play better and feel more like a football game. We'll see you guys in 2004 in the next video.